Hello guys, welcome to our channel Tech My High. So guys, if you really love our content and want to support us, please do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get instant notifications. Getting into this video, what you have seen on the thumbnail is true. Hello World program is not a basic program because it extends most of the OOPS features. So let's see what are those. Generally, we all know that Java is an object-oriented programming language. So it covers the OOPS concepts like class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, and many more. So generally, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, these three are considered as the three main pillars of OOPS. So let's find these features in our Hello World program. So as you can see the Hello World program on your screen, the first thing is inheritance. What is inheritance? So a child inheriting its parent. As an example, as a child, I inherit my father's properties. So that's how a class in Java, if extends another class, it inherits the properties of its parent. But in our Hello World program, we have only single class, which is Hello World. We are not extending any other class. There is no class other than Hello World in our program. So there is no scope for inheritance. Then how can we achieve? Yes, we can achieve. The fact is, every class, whatever we write in our Java program, will directly inherit a class called object. Yes, it automatically inherits a class called object. Though your class consists a single class or multiple classes, this will automatically inherit a class called object. So that's how we achieved inheritance through this Hello World program. And coming to encapsulation, as the name itself states its properties, the capsule. So what generally capsule means? Something which is inside a closed vault like thing. So similarly, binding data along with its method is called encapsulation in Java terminology. We have a class called Hello World, in which we have a method called main, and this method consists of some data. So we have binded this data in this main method, right? So this main method and data, the both were binded inside a Hello World class. So that's how we achieved encapsulation. Coming to polymorphism. Generally, polymorphism means one thing existing in many forms. In our program, system.out.println is the one which is having polymorphism, because whatever we write in this place is get printed. So if I write hello world here, it will print hello world. If I write hi Harsha, it will print hi Harsha. So this system.out.println prints whatever we give, right? So it's single thing is acting as different based on the situation. So that's how we are achieving polymorphism, inheritance, and encapsulation. And coming to the most frequently searched thing about Java is, why should we write public static void main in that particular way? Most of the people may get confused about this thing and they have searched it too. So let's get clarified about it now. Generally, the public, what does it mean? The public is called access modifier. In Java, we have access modifiers like public, private, protected, default. So what does this public access modifier do? Generally, if you write an access modifier called public before a method or a class, it gives a global scope for the thing. In this case, we have written public before this main method. So it gives this main method a global access. In the time of execution, when the compiler wants to execute this main method outside the scope, it can use because it has a public access modifier, so that you can access this main method globally. So okay, then what is the need of writing static? In Java, whenever you want to access a method called whatever you have, if you want to call a method, you should first create an object reference to its particular class. In our example, main is a method which is having a class called hello world. So in order to access this main method, you should create object to this hello world class, and using that object reference you should call this main method. So if you want to call a method without creating any object, you will need to mention it as static. So if you declare it as static, you can access this method without creating any object. So since the compiler need to execute this main method, and reducing the task of creating object is our motto, so that's why we created a static. And coming to void, generally void means it doesn't return anything. So if you replace this void with any other return type like int or float, anything, it will return those particular types. If for example, if I mention it as int, it will return integer value to the compiler. So if it return integer, what should the compiler do with the returned value? What should it do? It has nothing to do, right? So returning something will be extra burden to it. So in order to reduce that burden, we have created void. So if we mention it as void, it doesn't return anything to the compiler. So that's why they created public static void main. I hope you guys understood about this, and in our next video we will look at executing a program. What are the backend process happens when you save this file with .java extension, how the .java file is converted to .class file, and what are the background process happens when you deal with a program. So let's discuss about these things in our next video. And guys, please do like our video if you really loved it, and comment your opinions, suggestions or queries in this comment section. Thank you everyone. Please share the video.